Hello and welcome to Headquarters World War II, a new game from Slytherin Studios. And we are going to be defending Normandy against an Allied invasion
Captain
in the
Cox
first
here.
part of this German
You'll
campaign.
be following me into a counterattack today. The Tommies have breached the Atlantic Wall and pushed through the beach defenses, forcing our men back past this village. Our enemies cannot be allowed to remain in Normandy, much less that village. We will drive back the Tommies by recapturing these key points. It has already been a day of unacceptable losses for the fatherland. We must make sure the tide turns here.
All right, so it looks like we have some limited forces to start off. We have a Panzer III, we have a Kubelwagen, so a recon car, a Panzer IIIN. I don't know my Panzer III variants. Looks like the N is just up armored. And then we have machine guns, riflemen, scouts, and flamethrowers, all in blitzes. Now, so far, I've just played through the tutorial. They had a tutorial with British forces. Yeah, I believe British forces retaking a village from the Germans. Played through that, seemed pretty cool. So I'm just getting a sense of what we have on the map so far. So this is a fairly large map considering the troops we have. We've got 3 points we have to retake from the, I'm guessing, Americans, though it could be British, Canadians, whoever, but it looks like it's mostly Americans in this game. So they've already landed here. Red is going to be enemies, I believe, and yellow is going to be allies. So I would think the most sensible place to start would be in this closest objective right here. Although maybe I should take this one more in the center of town before I push out into the beach. So we've got some anti-tank, riflemen, flamethrowers all around. And this does have the scout ability. So I want to move this car up first. I like the cinematics. But one thing I love about it is they are skippable, so you can click during a cinematic, and it'll let you just move forward without having to wait through the whole thing. Now I'm going to be cautious moving up. We have 40 turns, so that doesn't seem to me like we need to rush. I could go right for this key point here. But, I don't know, seems like a trap. And there's more than 3, so maybe we only need to capture 3? I'm not certain about that. Now, one thing I'm excited about in this game that it doesn't look like we'll get to in this demo is that you can upgrade your units, manage your units between battles. That's a thing I really like in all games of any kind. What really appealed to me about this game off the bat is it kind of looked like World War II XCOM. And XCOM is one of my favorite series. So, you know, anything that starts to lean that direction is going to catch my interest. So I did encounter some riflemen here. Controls are a little weird for me to get used to. Not bad, but just the combination of right and left clicking is something to get used to. Now this is my riflemen. I'm going to try to swing them more through town, and that's my last unit I get to move. I'm going to keep them embarked for now. All right, let's see. These riflemen are going to move, which seems like a bad decision on their part, but just an anti-tank team so far has spotted them. I got some fire coming in from my scouts. And looks like they're going to fire back at me. Well, that's right, because we got the Overwatch fire and then the return fire. So that's one thing that's interesting in this game is that when you attack a unit, if they can see you too, they fire back. So it's not like XCOM where, you know, if you catch an enemy out in the open, you could just fire at them with no risk to yourself. They will fire back, provided they have the attacks left to do so. Now, you get 3 attacks per turn. You can use 2 of them offensively. And then the rest are for Overwatch or returning fire. So if you make less offensive attacks, you've got those extras to use returning fire. Looks like they're pulling back, which honestly seems wise right now, considering the forces I'm moving in. But they also don't have much cover out there, though I have no artillery at the moment. They've got some riflemen already in this village. So I'm hoping that with my troops, you know, also in cover, we can start to push them back. Morale's going to be a big influencer in this game, where even if you can't hit them, if they're dug in or a little far away, you can use that morale bonus, or penalty, I guess. It's kind of a baseline of 10 morale, it looks like. More if you get good shots on them or using something heavier like that machine gun.
The enemy have seized our fuel reserves. This is unacceptable. I'd rather see them burn than have them in Tommy hands. Either shell them from a distance and watch the fireworks, or get in there and get your hands dirty. I want our men from the beach to get back in the fight too. They're stranded and scattered across the village and need our help as much as we need theirs. Let's get to them.
All right, so we've got some extra objectives here. We can blow this fuel reserve, it looks like. Now, my machine gun team seems like they might be slow. Ooh, artillery bombardment. I wonder if I could just blow the fuel reserve here. I'm going to try it. So that's one of the fuel tanks destroyed. Where is the other? Here's the other. So we've got 4-turn cooldown on that. Not sure if that was the wisest use of resources, but it's what I'm going to go with. You get pretty good stats here showing what the what's going to make a difference on your combat calculations. Probably too much for me to read through right now, but it doesn't look good with our scouts versus their riflemen. Now, I'm going to unload my riflemen and see if I can maybe find a spot where I can get to their riflemen. So we're taking some hits there, but I think we should be able to kill them here. Did we? Yes, destroyed. Okay. So reinforcement, we can fully restore a crew. Not sure if I should use that yet. Seems like it might be a bit aggressive. All right, so as we move through, we can pick up these stragglers. So maybe I should use a one of the dismounted trucks for that. That seems like a good use of these transport trucks, since I'm not, you know, don't have anything else to really do with them right now. Can I clear the way here? No, I can clear this way back. That's not really helpful. It does feel a little claustrophobic in here right now. I don't feel like I have the room to maneuver that I want. Oh, we even got a tank over here. So I'll definitely want to get that on my side as quick as I can. So here we go. I'm going to fire at these guys. Even if I'm probably not doing much, it's at least hurting their morale. They get that demoralized penalty. I'm not sure exactly what that does, but seems like a good thing for your enemy to have. And then, of course, we have our flamethrowers. Need to get them in close proximity to the enemy for them to really be able to do much. I'm going to pull this truck back so I can get my tanks moving. And, oh, that was actually my truck again. I want to get my tanks in the fight. Here we go. This is an anti-tank unit. It's a little bit foreboding that we have anti-tank units. Makes me feel like tanks are going to show up soon. Can't really hit anything. Let's see. Can I fire here? No. Don't have the range for it. Who else can I move? I've got these riflemen. Just going to keep moving them up. And I feel like there's got to be a way you can see who has movement points left, but Maybe it's this foot icon on the left. Is it? Yeah, they've got 1 out of 3 points. Those machine gunners are slow. And maybe I'll reinforce these guys for now. You get that reinforcement ability that has a 4-turn cooldown for me. Let's just keep moving those guys up and see how things shake out on the next enemy turn. Looks like a bad deal for those guys. And something is in these houses. They're firing at me. We've got a little better unit. So I think that should, there they go. They're moving. I was hoping we'd get an Overwatch or something when they go on the run. Can we get some return fire? Yeah, we're fighting Brits here, not Americans. Should have known that when they said Tommies. A lot of machine gun fire coming in. These gunners aren't going to last too long. But I feel like once we get this tank back, we've got the 1 tank back on the right side, and then our own tanks moving up. That should be able to do a number on those machine gunners, especially out in the open like this. All right, it is now our turn.
You men did what you could on the beach. Now the far...
So we got these guys ready. And let's pull up and see what we can do. Now, I would think a machine gunner against a tank isn't going to do much. There we go. Deflected. Not much damage. All right, now they're going to fire back at me, I would think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's all they had left. So they're down quite a bit. And I'm going to move up just so I can keep this road clear a little bit. Anybody I can hit here? Doesn't look like it. So we gathered the troops we need. This is going to be the challenge in here. They've got 2 units real close together. Definitely need a tank coming in to help us clear this out. Wish I had some artillery here. I wonder if they can fire back at me from this distance. I don't want them having clear shots at my tanks. Wonder if I could make it in this building. If that would give me enough cover. I would think we'd win that because of the cover, but it doesn't look like it. I wonder if we'll be able to take out these anti-tank guys. They're at least demoralized now. Oh. So they can do that. Let's see how these flamethrowers do in close proximity here. I think this is ideal with troops in a building and flamethrowers. This is what they're kind of built for here. There we go, they're destroyed. Let's move this Kubelwagen up. And the tank behind it. So we'll get a little bit of covering fire. Definitely didn't mean to do that. But we'll rotate and face those infantry directly so that when they do come at us, they're going to be getting hit with reaction fire. Maybe not reaction fire. Maybe the proper term is return fire. That's what the game calls it. Return fire, to differentiate from between when you fire first because you catch them on Overwatch versus when oh, not that. versus when they fire first at you and you just return fire. All right, so we got that. Let's move up these gunners. And here we go. This is what we need to see. Do need to keep an eye on what my actual mission objectives are, because it's easy to just go hunting, try to take them out, and not capture the key points, which I don't appear to have done at all yet. Let's keep these riflemen moving to the east. I think I've got all the troops I need to hold this left flank. Just move a transport truck up, and I think that's all I'm going to do this turn. So we have machine gunners in this this building here, this blown up building. I was hoping to get some reaction fire against that movement. These riflemen are taking a lot of hits. I'm sure their morale's pretty low. There we go. Close range overwatch from flamethrowers. That's probably something they don't want to have happen to them. And they're firing at my recon unit. Interesting choice. I think my scouts can take them, being that my scouts are in cover. Yeah, they're in rough shape morale-wise. I was hoping to get some overwatch from my tank. There we go. They're destroyed. Excellent. And then my machine gunners have them out in the open. They should be destroyed as well. Oh, we've got a fresh unit of infantry coming up. I'm going to need to get these riflemen some help. I don't think they can hold out too much longer. So with them moving up, that triggers Overwatch for me again. The AI feels a little early accessy. I think they'll need to put some more work into it before this game's ready for prime time. But so far, I think it's fun. It's has a little bit of XCOM vibe, but it is larger scale, which is cool. I of course like the historical units and the setting. Germans definitely aren't my favorite faction to play as, but you know, good enough for the tutorial. I'd probably play through all the campaigns anyway. I was just at the online version of SD HistCon, the historical board gaming convention, this past weekend, and there was a panel about playing the bad guys in games. And I thought that was really interesting, some of the perspectives there. So I was just thinking about that as I'm playing the Germans here. In all these games, I struggle to play as the bad guys, which is, you know, being Eastern Front World War II, playing through Steel Division 2. I had some trouble with that one because I didn't really like either of the factions in the base game. You know, nobody really wants to be the Soviets or the Germans. I think a strong argument could be made for both of them being bad guys in World War II. I was excited when the Finnish DLC came out, because then I had a campaign I could play through with somebody I felt like were the good guys. I'm gonna roll my tank out front here and get this victory point. This might be a little too bold, but I've got it captured. So I've got 2 of the 3. Kind of just deciding how bold I'm going to be pushing forward onto this next one. Let's see, who else can I move this way? I don't want to load them back into trucks right now. All right, I think that's good for now. Let's see what they do. Oh, we've got a machine gunner trying to sneak up behind me. Now, I wonder how the rear armor is going to do against machine guns. I don't know how that's modeled in game. The turret turns all the way around, though. So we've got some Overwatch from my machine guns and possibly from this rifle team as well. So they're at least going to be demoralized and a little taking some hits before they can fire on our friends here. Yeah, they're in rough shape. We've got someone out in this field I didn't spot before. All right, back to my turn. Now we have this machine gun team that snuck up on us. I wonder if I can hit them from here. Can't quite. But I think my scouts can, and that should be enough to finish them. There we go. They're destroyed now. And I'm going to rotate, making sure I don't get caught from behind. So they're in these bunkers. That was not what I meant to do. I wish there was an undo. Though you could definitely game that. Let's see if I can finish off these riflemen. 2 hits. That should destroy. There we go. They're destroyed. And okay, we've got some new enemies we discovered. Exchanging machine gun fire. Let's see what I can do with this tank getting it in position. Shouldn't be any damage to the tank. I like the cinematic views as your units come in and fire. Definitely adds some drama. Same way XCOM does with these kinds of shots. All right, we knocked out that unit. I'm going to keep these riflemen moving across. Probably should have just loaded them back into my trucks, but I didn't. And I'm trying to get all the way across to that, the fuel tank to destroy it. And then maybe once I take out these 2 infantry, and I've got enough troops gathered here, I'll try to push up and get into this last victory point. Can't reinforce anyone yet. All right, so they're on the move. We've got the spotted kicking up. So we've got our Overwatch taking on these guys. Misses both ways. Oh, 3 crit. I'm still not 100% on how the hits and HP work. I know that as you lose crew or squad members, that some of your skills become inactive. Oh, there we go. That was a big hit on Overwatch for those guys. I think they're trying to flank me a little bit. But we've got them in Overwatch, and they're in a field, which I think has to be worth something versus us being in a building. Although I guess not. They were destroyed. All right, I can't move my machine guns up because they will take fire from this machine gun team. So if I take out the machine gun team, which that should be it. Now I should be able to slide this machine gun team into the next building over and get a good shot at the troops in the field. There we go. 2 grazes. I'm not sure on the difference between grazes, hits, and crits. All of them seem to be doing damage. And I'll just move these infantry up. I think with the 5 riflemen, I can finish off this other team of riflemen. There we go. 2 hits and they're destroyed. All right, exposed position changed. There's riflemen over here. That's what it is. Wonder if I can get these machine guns up into a better spot. I don't want to get greedy and push forward too quickly. And then let's bombard the other fuel depot. So that we can take that out without...
Blown the fuel reserves. Let that be a lesson to any who try to steal our things.
So that we won't need to run over there. I'll reinforce this machine gun squad. There we go. I think we're good. So they're taking pot shots at my tank with some machine guns. Love these camera angles. I did have to drop the resolution. It did start at 4K, but then this bottom bar wasn't showing up, so I dropped it to 2K, and it looks much better. This could do these guys in. There we go, they're destroyed. So now I've got more troops coming in from the beach. All right, so taking this building with the machine gun team should put me in a really good position to hold off assaults. Do wish I had more just regular riflemen. I think those would go a long way. All right, I'll send my
Well done.
Panther 3N up to capture that.
Your first time facing the Tories. You'll see they're not as tough as the Ruskies, but certainly more slippery. They've given up on this part of the town for now, but do not think they've given up for good. We must hold what we've got. Support will be here soon. Tommy tanks coming ashore. They'll crush us if we don't destroy them first.
All right, so that's what those anti-tank teams are for. So, first let's get in this building. I want to get to cover. What do we have here? Stuarts. So they're not going to be as tough as some of the other tanks. Trying to look at who I can bring over right away. I'm going to get this other Panzer III coming over, because I don't want to just leave. I want to make sure that I'm able to push them back. Doesn't look like they're going to do basically any damage. Can't fire here. Yeah, looks like we're too far. I'm going to try to move up into range and see how that works. Okay, so they have better range than me. Not ideal. So I took some serious hits there. This might be the end for my tank, unless I crit them or something. Oh, nope, we survived. We are demoralized, but I can restore some morale. Can I fire? No. Oh, it must be because I'm down to just one crew member, so that hurts everything. So I've got to hold 2 points for the next 2 turns. I wonder if my machine guns will do anything against this guy. There it goes. Ouch. I got greedy. I think they're going to come under fire somewhere. I thought I had enough Overwatch. I like that you don't have to set Overwatch. It's just assumed. Thinking this bunker probably gives them some serious cover. All right, so they're taking on my machine gunners. Did take some morale damage. At least my gunners are holding them off from rolling right through the rest of my forces. I wonder if there's a good spot I can get my anti-tank team up. Let's see, this has to draw some fire, right? I mean, in the open versus machine guns is exactly what they don't want to be. There we go. That should do it. Well, for them at least. All right. We'll move those riflemen up. And let's see. I'm going to try to keep this anti-tank team out of harm's way. But I can't guarantee it. So I'm over here, and now I've got a shot. Maybe some side armor? Did I miss? Was that a miss? Please deflect. All right. Just deflected. It was a miss. A graze. It's embarrassing. Where's my other tank? Oh, it's still up here. I don't know if I want to bring it. I'll pull it back behind this first row of houses. Because I don't want to just draw fire to it unnecessarily. I do need to get some troops up and help hold this area. I can lose one of these, but I can't lose two. Making sure there's no one back here who I haven't paid attention to. My Kubelwagen can do something at least. At least being here, I can have it on Overwatch. Flamethrowers are good where they are. Where are my gunners? Yeah, they're going to hold some ground there. I wonder how it'll work against these guys, since it looks like they don't have any reactions left. Just one morale damage. Not worth it. Got a graze. Looks like things are about to go badly for these guys. What are they firing at? Oh, took a shot at my tank. So they're at least taking fire from my machine gun team. This tank's driving right in the middle of everybody. There we go. Anti-tank team get a hit. And a miss. There we go. We're getting some overwatch from the machine guns. So we got the overwatch and return fire. So you get that 2-for-1. And it might get another. They keep heading out here. They're going to get hit by my riflemen as well. And I don't think they can return fire. These poor guys coming up out of the beach don't have much of a chance. Got to hold for 4 more turns. I wonder if I'll get any reinforcements before the end here. Once I take care of their tanks, then I can turn my tanks onto holding the beach, and that's gonna make a huge difference. All right, I think I'm gonna take a shot with my tank. Looks like a better shot. And wow, I thought that was gonna kill it. I'll finish it off here. There we go, 1 tank down. It was just a Stort. Imagine if it had been a tough tank. Let's get in this building. I'm gonna save them for last. Okay, so it's just a machine gun. I'm taking fire from here. I wonder if it... yeah, I didn't think it was going to return fire there. Though I can fire at them. Might as well, I guess. If I can draw their fire, that's less they can do to the rest of my troops. Here we go. Oh, just skipped ahead by accident. Didn't mean to do that. So we've got the upper hand in this one. Just given where we are. Though we had some bad dice rolls there. Got some misses. There we go. Now they're fleeing. And you hit them once they're fleeing, and I think they break. I think that's how the mechanic works. They routed, all right. Anyone else I can bring forward? If I bring these guys forward, they will be in danger there. Let's see. Can't take any more shots at their tank. So I'll take an extra shot at this machine gun team. Try to keep them off my scouts. My scouts might be able to finish them here. There, that's it. All right. On to the next one. Overwatch from my anti-tank team. Got him. So now that I got those 2 tanks taken out, I can move my tanks back across and try to use them to help hold this front line. I have it on the challenging difficulty. There were 4 difficulty levels. It was like story mode, some kind of easy, challenging, which is what I'm playing on, and then a, hardcore, difficult, whatever the highest one was. Went with challenging. I've played a decent number of these types of games. Didn't want to just waltz through it. Felt like it would be a better experience of the game playing it on the challenging difficulty. I'm a little worried about her holding this point. Just if they, walk right in, if I'm going to lose that point and then
At least we can still rely on
have
the
some
Tommies
trouble.
to make inferior tanks. German firepower will always be superior.
Well, Tommy's making inferior tanks. Isn't the Stort an American tank? I thought that was a Lend-Leased American tank. So I'm going to turn my front armor toward these guys. Looks like that rifle team is down. And I will adjust my facing here. Then I'm going to park that tank right on top of the objective to make sure that it doesn't get taken. And then I'll move my other tank across and start firing on these riflemen. It's a long shot, but I feel like we should be able to make it. Maybe these riflemen can finish it. Let's see, who needs this? Ooh, we've got an artillery bombardment. I'm just going to drop it on that infantry, take him out. Oh, wow, that was kind of underwhelming. Let's get these infantry back to full strength. Anyone else I can move up to help? I think that's really it. Yeah, maybe these infantry. I'll put them in this building. That's still a little bit intact. They're demoralized. Oh, looks like my morale's in the tank a little here too. So I'll use the rally ability on those guys. Get them back in the fight. And they're fleeing now. Good, good. So I can hit them one more time with my machine gunners and they will rout. All right, let's end the turn. See what they come at me with. I think that should finish off those machine gunners. No. Got enough misses there that they survived. Got 2 turns left I have to hold out. So I'm going to fire at these guys with my rifleman. Hope that knocks them out. Man. I was hoping to have that extra attack for reaction fire. Who else? Who else do I have? Maybe I'll move this tank over. And this should maybe finish him off. Oh man, you're just... There we go, finally. These guys were invincible. Let's see, no one I can take out with that machine gun. I'll hit these machine guns on the beach with my tank. That was just some deflection, so no real damage to my armor. Oh, these guys have a star. I wonder if there's... If I can level them up? Is that what that star means? Yeah, so I can... Let's see. So they do get some other skill points as they level up. There's a Heroes tab, which is locked, that can't quite access yet. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the ability to customize your vehicles. I think that's gonna be a little fun to play with. Because why not? You know, especially as you get the, let's see. Just playing around. You know, why not have a pink tank? But as you go through the campaign, I'm sure you develop those favorite units. That'll be a fun way to keep track of them. And watch your units develop and hold your breath as they come under enemy fire. This guy's bravely moving forward. So we've got just one turn left. I think we're going to hold out without too much trouble. I want to see if I can look at the enemy unit stats after this turn. I'm curious if they gave the riflemen, despite being just basic riflemen, of different countries, different stats. I know that's a thing that a lot of games like to do, and I'm always curious how they do it. Standard is make the British extra accurate. Germans get more firepower. Americans have basic infantry, but better tanks or something like that. It's kind of that standard balance. Let's see. So there's just 120 accuracy, 30 HE, 5 camouflage, 16 spotting, 5 attack range. And yep, they look actually the same for riflemen of German and British riflemen. So I'm just gonna fire again with the tanks to finish these guys off. And yeah, I wish I had just like another team of riflemen. That would really do it. I think I'm actually gonna stop there and end the turn. So as long as they don't come up with something crazy to capture 2 points this turn, I should win. There they go. They captured 1. That was exactly what I was afraid of. That's why I parked my tank on the point, so that they couldn't sneak up on me like that in some way. There we go. They're coming into Overwatch range, but I think I just don't have the attacks left. Good thing they're just shooting at my tanks. They can't even damage it with the armor I've got. And then more riflemen coming off the beach. I'm guessing riflemen, but it could be machine gunners. Who knows?
The Tommies are gaining ground. Push them back into the sea. We've slowed them down. That's as much as we can do for now. You fought admirably, comrades. But our orders are to give up the town and rally elsewhere. Command doesn't have the support for us to hold the Tommies here any longer. We're falling back to the bridges into Con instead. There'll be more support there to help us mount a stronger defensive force against the Tommies. This day is not lost yet.
All right, there we go. So let's look at what we get after this. We got some prestige, which I imagine we can use for new units. Got some badges, a leader, lost 2 units, knocked out a bunch of riflemen, and let's finish the operation. All right, so they get fully replenished at no cost, which is interesting. Oh, we get, I thought we only got the first operation for the demo. This is very cool. So let's go into manage units and see how that looks. What does acquire do? So we got some more units that looks like we could order in. We got flak, machine guns, snipers, mortars. Snipers seem like they could be useful. Oh, but you have to replace somebody. So that's what it is. And here you've got Idolf Reininghaus, who adds devastating, double damage, restores all crew at the start of its turn. So that is going to be very, very good for us to have. I feel like rifleman might be good to have him assigned to. Yeah, let's put him on rifleman. Who can we level up? Nobody. Scouts. So what does elusive do? More camouflage, more dash. Let's go more camouflage for them. And I wonder if I can throw something else in place of this Kubelwagen. Pretty basic tanks here. Looks like we don't have, must be heavy tanks, then assault guns. Towed guns. Let's see. I don't know about an anti-tank gun. Let's throw some snipers in here. I feel like they could be really helpful. And then a transport for them. We've got the cash for it. Let's go with the half track. All right. Oh, and we can, of course, customize all of our camouflage and stuff here. Got the nice winter camo. All right. So then awards. Looks like this is just oh, we've got officer skills here. Interesting. So I wonder how these apply. So maybe we can add thrill and retribution. Let's add those two. And I'm going to stop it there. We've, it was a fun first battle holding the beach. Now we're pulling back to Khan. And it looks like we're going to be pushing through enemy paratroopers and getting ready for the second layer of defense. Thanks for watching this. I enjoyed checking out this new game. I'm looking forward to it coming out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anything else you want me to check out during Steam Next Fest. And I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it and have a good one.